So yeah, so
This
yesterday,
conference will now be recorded.
yeah, what we have gone through, because this is another server, so I have to download the workflow which we are working currently. So hope you have understood what is the attribute, right? So
Yes, yes.
it's a global variable. Few more things are there which we will understand one by one. Okay.
Mhm. So when you say created PO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, maybe I saw something. When the form they say approve the PO, they call the workflow. That means they must be calling this workflow item, right?
Item type.
In, Item type.
Yes.
Initiating that there should be some code which can call just like running a report in the form through the form, something similar to that.
No, 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 no. I'll tell you, because see now currently, let me today I will show you. See, till now we are launching it from the application, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I will show you how to launch the same workflow from the backend.
From backend,
Yeah.
okay.
See, so then you will come to know the piece of code which needs to run to launch the workflow can be used anywhere, whether it is Oracle Apps form, whether it is a PLSQL procedure, or through a concurrent program, through a anywhere wherever you feel. Or through the OF form, or through the button, or through anywhere wherever you feel like this should be get triggered. Okay, so
Yes.
let me give me 1 second. I'll save it. uh, Now I need to save it in a file actually. Save as before that. This is, so I'm just using demo only.
Mm-hmm.
So I just saved the file also and the database also. So currently, like we had this workflow, we had only a one attribute, and we had a process, we had a one notification, and we had a one message, right? So in the notification, what we are doing is we are just simply, we are just simply, delete this. We are simply sending the one notification, right? Now we'll do it same way only, but let me launch this through the database first, then we'll have a better understanding. Okay, so how do we send it? So I need to write one script for this. Okay, so what that script basically is,
Again, PLC script or
PL
what kind of?
script, yes.
Okay.
Text.txt, no, test control. Yesterday I had created, okay, I have not created here, I have created somewhere else. Text, fine. So for launching the same workflow, what we need is, we need, because we had one variable, right?
Correct. We created one variable
Attribute basically.
from attribute. Yeah. For some, yeah.
Uh, Workflow text. Okay, declared. So as we have, so I'll just take as a one variable initiator. should be because we have taken there as a character, right? Text. So
Text.
right,
Yeah.
that's why I'm just taking it
Oh, okay.
now. Wiki. So for launching any workflow, we need two things. One, we need WF engine dot create process and start process. Okay. So I'll have the API which we need to use for the creating the process.
Oh, WF engine dot create process.
Yes, one second. Just so you will make it edit based on our requirement, and we need one. Yeah. Yeah. Now, let me tell you. See, we have, if you look into our workflow process right here. So in this, let's go back to our this one. Yeah, application. So whenever we are launching the workflow, what are the things we need there? We need the we need the workflow name, right?
Yeah. Item type. Yeah.
Workflow name. So
Correct.
any if I wanted to launch any workflow from the back end, so this script you can write it as a in trigger also you can write it the script
Correct.
as it is an anonymous block, so you can write it in a trigger, you can write it in a procedure, you can make it as a procedure, or you can make it as a package dot procedure, anything you can make it. So we just need to pass the item type is nothing but your this one your what it is called as your workflow name, right?
What's the name? Internal name.
Internal name, so that should be always there. Just so so first I have to give my the workflow name. So it is XXAK demo. So I'll pass it accordingly in my this. So because these are coming from the we need to define the variable and all as we need to launch it kind of hard code value. I'm just putting as of now. So it is XXAK demo. Okay. Now, what is the item key? See, when we have launching from the application, you might have seen that we had given the item key, unique item key, right? One or two.
Yeah. To identify that particular run, right?
Exactly. So this
Yeah.
time I'm giving 3 here. So this basically when we will do it dynamically, it will be always coming from the sequence, right?
Yes.
But
And
when
3 is there already, I think.
3 is already there, no? So 4. Yeah. See, yeah. So basically we used to keep generating the item key from the sequence so that it will be always a unique value, right? And what is L process? L process is our in our here also we have a process, right? This process. So we'll get the process name. How do we get it? We'll go to the property and we'll take this process name. We'll put it over here.
So yeah, sometimes I saw one of multiple processes. So it may be the starting process, right?
Yeah, this is the start process where the way in our concurrent program in executable we are writing the package dot main procedure, right?
Correct.
So
Oh,
this is the
okay.
start of process, like where which is the main process where it should start. That process name. Okay. One second. Item type. Item key is same curval, so it's a 4 only this time. And here we need to remove this. We don't need the owner name and all, owner role and all this is basically coming from the attribute, so we don't need.
Set attribute is for populating the global variable, right?
Exactly. So as I said, like we need to feed the value into the variable, right? So
Mm.
so for feeding the value, we need the set item attribute text. If it is a number, then set item attribute number, NUM. If it is a date, set item attribute DAT, date. Okay. So we had given this number name. An item key would be a 4. We don't, and yeah, see attribute name. What is my attribute name?
Initiator or something.
Yeah, so it should not be a wrong. So what I will do always, I will,
XX.
yeah,
Okay.
right. And the value is basically this is our value, no? This is our value. So here, what I'll do is I'll pass. So basically, L initiator, you can always write a query, and from that query, you can get the L initiator name. Okay, so as of now, I'm giving this one only.
So one more question. If you have two attributes, are you again you are calling the set attribute text separately, or you can keep adding here?
No, we if have a 3 attribute, then we have to write 3 times this API for setting the value. Okay, like this time I'm giving gh. This time I'm giving test 1. Okay, so test 1 is the performer now this time. So this value will go into this initiator. Okay, done. So this is I have created a small anonymous block for launching the workflow. So basically for launching the workflow, 2 things is important. This API wfengine.create process and wfengine.start process. So for setting the value into the attribute, we need the wfengine.set item attribute text. So last time yesterday when we have launched it from the application, you might have seen we have hard coded the value into the application itself. So here we are not we need to feed the data with the help of API. Okay, now let's see here and let me execute this 4 and run it. Few more thing is there that we will understand, so it will be clear how the data can be, how it can be launched from the database side also. So I'm launching, must be declared. Okay,
Single quotes.
line 14, some issue is there.
14. Maybe you need any other parameter.
No, it's fine. It's correct only. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Yes, this is also fine. Oh, see, start process. Okay, this is fine. Exactly, demo is fine. Then what is the issue? So it was a space.
Oh, okay.
After the start process, there was a 1 line gap. No, here 1 line gap was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, so it is got successfully completed. So let me go back and check whether it has launched or not. Okay. So I am not launching from any user. Okay. This is from last only. So let's go back first into the workflow administrator application, and we'll go to the, I'm not launching this time, so I'll not go to the developer studio. I'll go to the status monitor directly.
Okay, for launching you go Developer Studio, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just checking. So for checking any workflow, we need the workflow developer, workflow administrator. So AK, okay. Let me check it out. No, it has not launched. No.
Did you need to commit or anything? No, right?
Ah, yes. You are correct. We need to commit. Whenever we are using any API, we must commit, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, maybe.
When we are using any API, we must commit explicitly. So that is why it has not launched. Okay.
Maybe just run that commit.
Yeah. Both are fine.
Because you are using item key again. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Fine. That's also fine. Let me commit also. I don't know whether it will take or not. Let's see this time.
It should take.
Yeah. It has taken. Okay, so this time it is not owned by anyone, right? Because we have ran it anonymously.
Anonymous. Okay.
So let's go to the status diagram. Please select a workflow. So status diagram. Yeah, so it's launched. Now let's see who is the performer this time. This performer is the okay. Okay, we have not made a change here. In my workflow, we have not made a change, right? So still the constant value is coming, right? We in the process,
Oh,
I hope you have seen in the notification, we have a performer, right? Yeah. So this time I have only
yeah.
given the value as a Gansham only. So we need to
Okay.
change this, right? Then and only it will work out. So let's see what is the current. It definitely it came to me only like Ghansham user only. See, 2nd April, 2nd August. This only capture. So now what I'll do is I'll make few change here now in this workflow. Okay, I'll create two attribute. One is initiator and another is supervisor. Okay,
Okay.
super. Then it will be little clear. Test length. That's fine. Okay, apply. Okay. So two has been created. Now, what I'll do is I'll just put it this also in this message. Okay, and in this message I'll just make few change in the body. I'll say the message from the initiator. Uh, I'll start hi instead of hi dear, because now I'm passing the user name, the active user name of Oracle application, right? But
Okay.
with that user name or with the user ID, you can get the name of that person. So from the SQL, by writing the SQL query, you can get the name of the user person in a variable, and in that variable you can pass this, pass that value over here through that variable or through that attribute. So I'm currently passing the attribute name only. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it is XX SUPER BISOR, dear supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
This is just for information uh, about the flow program, just for the information like that. Thanks and regards, XX initiative. So now see, dynamically I am passing these messages. Apply. Okay. So we got the two. Now we need to pass the so from the database side, yeah, one more thing. What we have to do is here is in the process, we have to make the change, right? So here in the
Mm-hmm.
code, instead of constant, what I'm using the item attribute. And who is the performer? Performer is the supervisor, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Initiator is the requester, and the performer would be the supervisor.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Apply. Okay. So now it is fine. Now I have to save also. I'll verify first. So this is fine. See, my workflow doesn't have any issue. So I'll say okay. Looks
Mm-hmm.
good. Now I'll save also here. Yeah, saved. Uh, Let me save properly this time. Now, what I have to do is here I have to pass one more. We have to feed one more data.
Mm-hmm.
L supervisor. Uh, Test 2. Okay.
Okay.
I have to
So
work.
otherwise, we can populate from FND user, right? Anything like
Yes,
any
that also you can do it. No problem. From a
yeah by
also.
depending on anything. Okay.
Yeah, but we should be, yeah, we have to because the notification will go to that supervisor, right? So we need to know his credential. We have to reset and then we'll come to know. So test 2 I'm doing. These test 1, test 2 all are from the FND user only.
Correct. Okay.
I'm not giving any hard code value. It will not work if I'll give hard code value. So these user must be the active user of FND user. I'm just saying that in the
Okay.
when we are going to these are just for the testing purpose, right? When we are going to do the real time, we will always get the value with the SQL query instead of hard coding. That is the only thing I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You got my point, right?
Yes. Yes.
Test 2 is not there. Test 3 is also not there. Test 1 is there. Yeah, Prachita is there. So instead of that, I'll give Prachita. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the active users. We can get it from here. Now here I'll give it as a 5. Rest things will be there. So here L supervisor. So we have to pass one more set item attribute. Okay, and here we have to pass the attribute name. It should be the same attribute name.
XX supervisor.
And this variable should be this. Okay, so this would be 5. So what I'll do is I might have one this one, what it is called is yeah, a sequence. Instead of passing that, I'll pass the sequence name only. No, this one. Let me check the sequence before running it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
instead of passing every time. Yeah, is there. So only here it will be a next val. Rest of the place it will be a cur val.
Correct.
All the places it will be a cur val. Only in create process it will be a next val.
Next one.
Okay. So this way we can able to. Okay, so this time I have given Prachita as a supervisor and test one as a initiated. So instead of that, I'll pass test one as a Ghanshyam. Okay, so it will look little better. This is also a active user, and we have given the commit also. Let's see. Yeah. So it is a 520. So it will be a 521 this time. No, for this.
Correct.
Okay. See, WF 921. What is the problem? X6 supervisor does not exist. So there is some spelling mistake. X6 supervisor.
Oh, the attribute.
Yeah.
Attribute does not exist. Maybe some space.
So no, I have written with line. Okay. I don't know whether it is saved or not.
You didn't save it, I think.
Yeah, I didn't save. That's the reason. Okay, see what else.
Yeah.
That's the reason it is giving error. It's not able to find the supervisor. See, it is taking little time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you do the down upload from the WF load command, it won't take this much of time. This is just a small workflow. That's why it take around 5-6 seconds, right? But
So the load command, so it basically it's putting a file on the server or doing something else.
no, what we will do is the way we had a like physical file in our local system.
Mm-hmm.
So what we will do is we'll put the same file into any folder in on the server, and we'll run the WF upload command in PuTTY. It will directly load the data into the database.
Oh, okay, that way.
It doesn't have any specific folder like a workflow folder for the way we have a form and report.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it is saved.
So ultimately, it has to be saved in the database. Of course, it's all PL SQL code and all that. Yeah.
So now let's go back to here. Here. Now I'm running this. So this time it worked out. Means last time it has not saved properly. So let's go back and to home. So this time, see, message has not come to Ghanshyam because the supervisor is Prachita this time.
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
So let's.
Yeah, the performer is Prachita, right?
Yeah, but the initiator is Ghanshyam. So this time, let's see here. 1 second. We'll go back to Prachita first. Yeah, you can see here. So dear Prachita, this is just to inform about the workflow program. That's Ghanshyam. So now this is one thing, right? And let's check out the transactions also. So we'll go to the status monitor. XXA, yeah. So always we'll see if it gets stuck or somewhere some of the time the workflow gets stuck, right? So you can see here this is a 523. It's this diagram. Yeah, right. And you can see here the owned by is not coming, no. So owned by will come if we will pass that value. Owned by whom in the
Correct.
process. So you can give or get the all the details and all. If you see give here the performer, so performer because now we are not passing the hard code value, right? We are passing the attribute value. So the attribute value is XX supervisor. So what is the value in that the runtime it will come to this variable that will be passed as a performer.
Yeah.
Got it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is like what is the current status of this workflow and who is being basically assigned the user, what is the notification details when it has been changed, and what is the current status of this status. Okay, now these are the small details. I'll show you a few more things over here. Is now just if I wanted once the message goes to the supervisor for your information, one message also should go to the initiator. Then what I need to do
Um,
now,
so
notification went to the supervisor, right? I want
correct.
now.
So you put because it's you chose the performer.
Mhm.
So maybe you have the performer. You can choose 2 users or.
No, I'll just show you. So okay, let it be. Close it. Suppose I want this is going to the supervisor. Now I need one for so currently he is not taking any decision on that. Just for the information he is getting the mail. I want same mail or notification should go to the initiator also. Then what I have to do is I have to create one more message. Okay, before that. No, I just wanted to show you the branching. Then it is easy for you to understand. So one more thing here, we'll create one more message for initiator for your information for the initiator. So XX initiator message for your information message. Message. So this should be dear no.
Initiator.
Okay, here workflow admin I'll just say. So I'm just writing this message for the initiator.
You put all the text body in the text folder, not in HTML anymore? Or?
No, you wanted me to write into the HTML. Then I have to create HTML tags, and then I have to write it.
No, no, no. We had to. Is it one or okay? Which one is mandatory? Text or body or?
Both are like anyone you can write it, not mandatory.
Okay.
Any,
Wherever the code is there, it picks that, right?
yeah, it will take that one. Yeah, but more preferably it will be HTML body.
Okay. So if I have your body in both tabs like HTML and text body, which one will be
It will
displayed
be
then?
taken as a HTML. Preference will be for
HTML.
HTML. Yes.
Okay.
So this is very information about the workflow program, workflow admin. Okay, message from initiated message. Okay, that's apply. Okay. So we have created now. See, currently we have not given. So we are just using the what we are using here is we are just using who's initiator name. No, so we can only need to pass the initiator attribute here, not supervisor here. This you understood, right? This logic.
Correct. Correct.
Now I need to create one more notification because that is just a letter. Now we need to create envelope.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
XX initiator notification. Okay.
It's like a second envelope with that message.
Yeah, one letter. Now who is the performer? Where it should go? It should go to the initiator.
Mhm.
Initiator notification. And this time, which message? Initiator message should be attached to it. Apply. Okay. So do create it. Now we'll open the process. So this is my notification. Drag and drop here. I'll pass it. Now first it should go to the here.
Mhm.
It should be like both should get no, not the one way. And then for your information should go here. So we'll then connect. So basically we should give proper
Yeah, if first one is successfully sent, then only the second one goes, right? Oh,
that's why I have given after.
after that. Okay. So in case the first notification is because of some reason like invalid user or something, if it ends, maybe you have to terminate the process accordingly.
It's stuck over here then. Then it will get stuck here.
Stuck there. Okay.
Yeah, it will get stuck. So there is some problem. You can see here telling some problem. So say validation failed for activity this. Let's see here. What it is the problem. So validation failed for child activity this. So what is the problem? So notification activity must be assigned a performer. See, I have not assigned a performer, right? So it is asking you cannot save the notification until you provide a performer when used in the process. Save. Okay. So I'll go to the, now I have not given, so I'll go to the node. So node is a performer. Now he is the performer. So this again I'll check the item type, right? And it should be a initiator this time. I have written the address and apply and OK. Now let me see this. In workflow, most of the time will be you will get a lot of time for customizing the notifications and all. So this time it is fine, right? So see, it's saved. Now let me launch it from the same because I have already had both the initiator and this one, right? So I'll just run it. So 523 is already done. This time 524 or something. Yeah, successfully done. Let's see. Who is this performer? This is the Prachita only, no? And this is Prachita only. So she got one more message like this. And here Prachita, fine, okay. Now we'll see the status diagram. No, this is Oracle Manager. Yeah, status monitor. Complete 524. Click here, status diagram. So one notification has gone to the Prachita, and we are it's already sent. Now we'll need to go to the Ghanshyam and check whether the notification has been sent to the Ghanshyam or not. Like for your information, Mrs.
Correct. Yeah.
See, initiator Mrs. Okay. Dear Ghanshyam, for the information. Right? So message has been sent and it does not require any response. Save. So what we are going to do tomorrow is tomorrow we'll create some kind of a approval or reject stuffs for the workflow.
So on the approve or disapprove something.
Yeah. So what the once the notification goes to the supervisor right here, then he can either approve or he can either reject. If he approves, then this notification goes to the so this notification goes to the initiator that his request has been approved. If he rejects, then also the for your information message should go to the initiator saying that your request has been disapproved, rejected, and then it will end.
Okay.
So tomorrow we will see that one, and we'll see few theoretical steps also, which is needed to do more on this. Okay, so let me open this one. Like the last day, I have shown you few of the things, right? Give me a second. We will keep track of it also. What are the things we have discussed? Where is that? So we'll see like theoretical stuffs and all. Okay, so we basically define the item types, attributes, right? Not the lookup types, and we have seen defining the message attributes and the notification attributes. We have not seen these things, right? So we'll complete a little more, then we'll understand. And we have seen creating attribute and launching from application, and creating attribute and launching from database, right?
Okay.
And initiate workflow from the database, monitoring workflow process. So basically, we'll one by one. If we'll have tomorrow session, we'll have a better, more understanding. Each day we'll have a better understanding.
So far in the process diagram, we have seen the nodes, then notifications, of course, messages and attributes.
Yeah.
Then lookup types, right? That is. Then I also saw the functions.
Yes, functions we have not used so far. So we'll use.
Yeah, not used, but yeah, I just saw.
Yeah.
Those are the objects which are.
These are the object, like attribute we have seen, process we have seen, notifications we have seen, message we have seen. So we need to see the events, we need to see the lookup types and functions.
Okay.
So we'll see one by one. One step we'll go. We'll have a better understanding. Okay.
Okay.
So let me save this workflow at our this also. No. Yes. Okay. Save. Fine. So we'll connect tomorrow 8 a.m. I will directly launch it and we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Then. See you then. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.